This is where the magic happens. What if you gave me 28 days of your pure laser focus and I could transform your relationship with money and teach you how to exercise a healthy self-investment strategy? I'm talking investing in your health, wealth, and pleasure. I'm challenging you to 28 days of that pure laser focus. The 28-day Intentional Wealth Reset Challenge has a formula that I've personally used for years. And let me tell you, it will help you declutter your digital life, get your finances in order, give you that mental and body refresh you've been craving for. So if your email inbox and downloads folder and maybe your desktop is a mess and you don't remember the last time you checked your bank statements, or you're just feeling a bit lost in your financial and mental health journey, trust me, you're not the only one drowning in all this digital clutter and financial chaos. But here's the exciting part. Imagine how amazing it would feel to start the next month with a clean slate, both online and in your wallet. Welcome to part 1 of the challenge, where we declutter your digital and financial space for a fresh start. Once you've done that, I'll teach you how to optimize your investments, aka how can your money work for you according to the lifestyle that you want, aka what type of person do you want to be next? How do they start and end their day? Get crystal clear on who this person is, and then we get on to part 3. But first, let's simplify your digital life and remove the dead weight in your wallet. If we want to bring in new habits and tools, we need to make space for them and clear out all that crap that doesn't support this new lifestyle. There are 5 things that you need to do. I have a live recorded video of me doing each of these 5 things, and I've shared it online on YouTube for free, so you can play it while you also complete those 5 things. This will help you hold yourself accountable. Okay, part 1. The first thing that you're going to do is to practice financial gratitude. I always like to start off every clean slate with gratitude. Financially speaking, think about all the ways that money has helped you live your life this year. Maybe it funded that amazing trip you did with your best friend or family member, or it finally let you upgrade to your new iPhone. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And this isn't just a feel-good fluff list. We're practicing gratitude because it can actually shift your mindset when it comes to money and stress. There's a published journal in psychology science that found people who practice gratitude were more likely to make financial decisions that prioritize long-term gains over short-term satisfaction. And when we appreciate what we have, we tend to make smarter financial choices. Next up, it's time for some subscription spring cleaning. We're all guilty of signing up for that free trial and absolutely forgetting to cancel it. So first, I want you to download all your bank statements from the past 12 months. What I do is combine all these bank statements into a tool called Combined PDF that's linked in the video below. And that way you'll have one PDF that has all these bank statements. I personally like to print this one PDF, but if you want to review it all online and digitally, use the free Canva PDF editor I've also linked below. That'll combine all of them for you and you can edit them too. Then you're gonna get a highlighter and pick one color for annual subscriptions and one color for monthly. Then you're going to write down each monthly and annual subscription on the worksheet that I gave you. There's a free Notion workbook that you can download in the description below as well, where you can list each subscription. If you're doing this digitally, use the Canva tool to highlight the subscriptions and write them down as you go. This should take about 10 to 20 minutes to do. By the end, you should have this list of recurring charges. So I want you to go through each one on that list and ask yourself, do I actually use this? Does it bring value into my life? And if the answer is no, go in and cancel that subscription. For the ones that you want to keep, see if you can negotiate a better rate. Email the contact team, and if you've been with them for quite some time, mention how you've used their service for a while, and you're thinking of going to another competitor site, and you want to see if there's anything they can do about it. You'd be surprised to see how often companies will offer a discount just for asking. If you want the email template I use to send to companies, comment it below, and I'll make sure to make a video on it next. Annual subscriptions tend to be sneaky costs that eat up our accounts, so that's why it's so easy to forget about them. Also, you'll notice that as you're doing this little audit about what you've spent over the past year, you may notice some spending patterns. We'll get into that in part 2 of the challenge. Action number 3. All right, let's tackle that digital junkyard. Start with your computer. We're clearing out that overflowing downloads folder, saying goodbye to old files and creating a system that actually makes sense. Not only will this speed up your device, but it'll also save you tons of time in the long run. No more frantic searching for that important document. So spend those 10 minutes to go through that downloads folder and delete everything you don't want. Same thing for your desktop. Go through and delete what's on your desktop page in case you have images that you forgot about or any screen recordings that you left on your computer. All right, step number 4. Now that we've decluttered, let's get smart about storage. If you're like me, you probably pay either $13 to $69 for iCloud storage. And for some, that may not sound like a lot, but for most, that adds up. In 2 years, that's $312 to over 1.6K of storage, aka enough for an entire plane ticket or an all-exclusive trip. It could even be half your rent. What I recommend is investing in an external hard drive for those files that you don't need every day, but you still want to keep. This isn't just about freeing up space. It's about creating a system that works for you. Personally, there's 2 types of files to help me distinguish what's worth putting in my hard drive versus my iCloud. If I haven't touched that file or photo in 6 months, that goes into the hard drive. If I opened it within the past 6 months, I'll keep it on my iCloud or on my documents folder in my laptop. This may be the most time-consuming task, however, you'll save so much in costs as they really do compound. The one I have is from Amazon and it's only $75 from the time I released this video. And I've also linked that in the workbook as well as the product description below. It may feel like a huge cost now, but in reality, think of it as a one-time $80 cost to $158 to over $200 every few months. Step number 5, we're now refreshing your digital environment. For your iPhone, organize your apps so the ones that help your productivity are in front and center, and delete the apps you haven't touched in 6 months. It might seem small, but our environment hugely impacts our mood and focus. A fresh, organized digital space can inspire you to tackle those financial goals. For your laptop, delete all the software you also haven't used in 6 months. Another option is, on my phone and desktop backgrounds, I typically create vision boards as my wallpaper. I have an image for each goal that I'm working towards or what I'm trying to manifest. Every time you pick up your phone, it's about 69 times a day on average. So the more times you can visualize and actually see what you're working towards helps remind you what to focus on day to day. By the end of part 1 of this challenge, you should have a clutter-free digital space, and you're already one step closer to a fresh financial start. Remember, I'm right there with you on this journey. Each action item sounds daunting or a lot of work, but don't worry. I've recorded myself going through each of these steps so you can do it with me with an actual timer and everything. Check out the link below to follow along for that video. Together, we're setting ourselves up to be more organized digitally and financially. Go to the profile link to watch part 2. And don't forget to subscribe for more free, broken down resources and step-by-step challenges like this one on practicing self-investment across your wealth, health, and pleasure. And don't forget to download the free Notion dashboard that you can customize for this challenge. And no matter what time of year you're watching this video, you can start it anytime you feel you need that little refresh in both your digital space and financial space. This is an evergreen type of challenge. All right, team, see you next time in part 2, where we get really clear on the person that you want to become, both mentally, physically, and financially.